was born on January 1st, 1908. Many years later, she would begin a family of her own. On a cold winter night in 1935, Adaline's life would change forever. In that moment, something incredible happened. Its effect was almost magical. Adeline Bowman will henceforth be immune to the ravages of time. She will never age another day.
I'd like to ask you a few questions, Miss Bowman.
The next time we see each other, I'll have a new identity. I'll always be your mother, and you'll always be my daughter. Happy birthday, Mama.
You look exactly like this old friend of mine. We were very close.
Don't you miss having someone to love? It's not the same when there's no growing old together. Without that, love is just heartbreak.
I'm Alice. Pleasure to meet you. I'll just wait with you.
Thank you, but I'll manage.
Wait.
How do we get in touch? First time I saw you, I knew I had to meet you. I didn't know when or how, but I knew I would.
How is this possible? All these years, you've lived, but you've never had a life.
I don't know how. Tell me something I can hold on to forever and never let go.
Let go.
All right, we're recording right now, and
Yeah.
this is the Last of a Dying Seed YouTube channel where I call people on to reveal their life experiences, and I ask them to use a movie so that we can anchor the conversation around. And we use cinematic scenes to tell unseen stories that you don't know of, you know. And right now, I
Yeah.
have Jabarri Pangelinan on right now. He's behind the walls, and
Yeah.
oddly enough, he picked a movie called The Age of Adeline.
Yeah.
I'm curious to know, why would you what was it about this movie that resonated with you so much?
All right. So when it came to this movie, right, it resonated. It resonated with me on a relationship level. You know what I'm saying? Because as you know, during this time, we know we be soul searching. You know what I'm saying? As we growing this shit up in here. So when I watched that movie, it's something hit me about life and relationships. And from that movie, I just feel like, damn, I watched my grannies grow older by themselves, watching aunties grow older by themselves. And so when I watched that movie and I seen it and I got the concept of it, it just gave me a different outlook on relationships and how much of it is. It's a blessing to have that person to grow older with in life.
Yeah, and for people who don't know, The Age of Adeline is pretty much about a girl who was born, a girl turned lady that was born in 1908, and at the age of 29, she got in a car crash, and fell into the
Exactly.
ocean. And technically, she died until a lightning bolt struck her. And when that lightning bolt struck her, it did something to her molecular structure. It allowed her to defy time itself, and she stayed 29 for the rest of her life. You know, up until the point to where she got into another accident towards the end. Technically, died again, but then it was the shock of those what was those called? The things that the medical people use on you to shock you back to life.
Um,
But it was those things,
defibrillator. I think it's
yeah,
called a
the
defibrillator.
defibrillator, yeah, that brought her back to life and allowed her to age from that point on. It reversed the whole thing. But throughout that course of growing old, for me, it was all about meaning. The whole movie was about like what gives life meaning, you know,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
they touched on relationships, which is a big thing that gives life meaning. Because for me, I see relationships as almost everything. You know what I'm saying? Beyond money, beyond all that shit. Like, what's as lonely at the top does not appeal to me if I can't share with my loved ones. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So just the whole concept of using relationships to talk about that's what gives life meaning throughout the movie. I liked it that part. But back to
Yeah.
you. What mind frame did you have exactly towards relationships then, and how did this movie help transform that?
Well, at that time, I was just feeling like, I've been doing this, I've been doing my turn by myself. So I've been feeling like, like once I get out, like I ain't gonna need no female for this and I ain't gonna need no female for that. But in all actuality, like that's what we was born for that. You know what I'm saying? To have that companionship, because in the Bible you see it says man was alone at first. You know what I'm saying? Then they took part of the rib and made the female companionship for him. So it's like no matter how far, like you say, no matter how far we reaching in life, we're still gonna, want that companionship to share it with.
Right. Right.
And so I,
Exactly.
and so, yeah. So that's what happened when I seen that. That gave me that point, like, damn, like once I do get out, and I start to advance in life, like I am gonna need, somebody to share with outside of, my child and moms and what I'm saying, family members and stuff like that, because that is just all different type of loves.
Right. And it was also
Yeah.
I was also contemplating the fact of living forever, right? And I'm
Yeah.
like, for me, living forever sounds cool, but it waters down like what life is. You know what I'm saying? The excitement that
Yeah.
life
Yeah.
can bring, feeling like you really got to do something remarkable because it's not going to last too long. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If I
Yeah.
know I'm about to live forever, maybe that make me drag my feet. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm
Yeah.
like, shit, I can get to that
Yeah.
10 years from now. I'm still gonna be here. You not?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So, so the real. So the whole concept of living forever, man. I was thinking like, yeah, I really don't want that. I just want to do something remarkable that lives forever, that outlives
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
For generations after
Yeah.
generations, they can build on the platform that that I left and laid
Yeah.
behind.
Yeah. Remix it and put their own bits and turns to it. Yeah, that's
Right.
understandable right there. That's yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that was a good movie. And like, if you had to, like, what are your hopes that other people get from it though?
I mean, to cherish each other more. You know what I'm saying? Because life is short out there. You know what I'm saying? Like I was just looking at the news and they was talking about a lady who, was killed on her wedding day. You know what I'm saying? By a drunk driver. It's like, damn, here it is. This is supposed to be the happiest moment of her life. And she was taken that day. And they had her mother and her sister on there. And she was saying, like, you didn't just kill her, like you killed all of us when you took her. So that's what I would hope a person would get from that. You know what I'm saying? To cherish each other more out there, man, because shit happen fast in the blink of an eye.
Right, right,
Like tragedy spares no one. You know what I'm
right,
saying? No kid, no, it's tragedy spares nobody.
right,
To where even like I encourage my daughter, like, you know what I'm saying, like have friends of different ethnicities, different races and stuff like that. You can see those people have, families that's doctors and lawyers and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that.
and where did your mentality come from regarding relationships during your
Uh, you
upbringing?
know, just just the streets. You know what I'm saying? We thinking what we see in the streets. We thinking this is how relationship goes. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I got this girlfriend tucked off right here, but I got her, and her, and her that I'm over here hitting on too. You know what I'm saying? But it's like we think, oh, long as I keep this one, I stay, down with this one, I can still do what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? So that's how my thought process was on relationships until I end up, being single and doing my time by myself. And then I start having a whole different perspective on relationships because I started to realize like some of them females I was messing over was actually good females. Regardless of the age, you know what I'm saying? Like they had my best interest at heart, but I was too young to recognize it at the moment.
Right,
So
and it
being
no, go ahead.
yeah, older is like you start to realize like, damn, I messed off some good females, but it also taught me to when I do come across that good woman on how to be able to pinpoint like, okay, this is somebody good, this is somebody that's
Right,
worthy of me growing old and growing with and building with. You know what
all
I'm
right,
saying? Is setting that foundation.
right, all right. So that's interesting because you still behind the walls as we speak. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And one of the hardest things that a man can do getting out of prison, especially over a decade and some change, is to be in a committed relationship because you done lost so much time.
yeah,
And
exactly.
once you get out, you're gonna have that glow. You're gonna be fit, in shape, your mind in shape. You spiritually balanced.
Yeah,
You're ready to tackle the world. To where you a hot commodity, and that can get to a dude in prison head because we've been sexually restricted for so long. We still got a
yeah, yeah,
lot to
yeah,
get up out of us. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, for
for
sure, for sure.
yeah, so for somebody to come out with that type of mindset is one to take note of, and it's important because dudes don't even want to talk about that behind the walls. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I'm gonna go
Yeah,
home to this, and that. They may have a woman that's doing everything for them, but in their mind, they like, shit. I'm not just about to be a one woman man. So because
yeah,
for a lot of dudes, maybe it's not their thing, it's not everybody thing, but I know for a lot of dudes though, it's too much work. It's
yeah.
work that has to be put in. Like the same work you want her to put in, you got to put in. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly,
So
exactly, exactly.
that's why dudes like, man, fuck
Because
all that shit. Because the first sign of trouble, they just like, man, I'm out of here instead of working through it.
yeah, 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 exactly,
You know,
exactly.
so for you to
But
be
you also you have to give yourself a chance to know the person you with too. You know what I'm saying? Because after doing all this time, like if you haven't learned yourself like me, I came to learn like what what my purpose is and like what I'm willing to settle for in life. You know what I'm saying? What I'm not willing to settle for relationship wise. Like I understand my self worth and my value as a man, so I know what I'm agreeing to the table. You know what I'm saying? So even if she can't match it, you know what I'm saying, on the financial level, at least just on the spiritual level. You know what I'm saying? Match me there. You know what I'm saying? With energy and the personality and the sense of humor. Just don't be, you know what I'm saying? Just nothing.
right. All right.
Yeah.
Now, what if she like Adeline? What if she dated your dad before and now she want to mess with you?
that mean
Huh?
that mean she way older than me then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but she might be the one
Yeah.
for you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, hey, I don't know, man. I like to stick to my age bracket.
Right, right. All right,
That been working for me that's so far when I was out there.
right. So what's the one theme or message in the movie, that one thing that you feel like stuck out to you just due to where you were in your life before you seen the movie? Like that one thing.
Ooh, it was the part when she had the second accident.
All
You know
right.
what I'm saying? Because now it's like okay, now she could grow older with this person. She don't got to run no more.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like she don't, like the running is over with. But now we could grow old. Now we can settle down. Now we can start building.
So these is real live conversations, man. Like, and people that hear from you, your voice is going to carry because we all got influence. You know what I'm saying? And having
Yeah, yeah,
power is not enough. Every human being in this world have power, some more than others. But it's all about how you behave with your power. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like, how do you, and just by you giving your insight to your life can give somebody insight into theirs because it's all relative. That's why
yeah,
I created the platform the way I created it, and how you was able to use a movie that was so out of this world. They didn't have us in mind when the filmmakers wrote down who their target demographic is. But yet and
yeah, yeah, for
still,
sure.
you seen the movie and was able, based on your perspective, interpret it the way that you did. And you're what you just did is the reason why I created this platform, is because no matter what context a story is set in, these are
Yeah,
human beings on the screen with real life traits that resonate in all of us. So the issues they go through and how they have to solve their problems, it can resonate. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, for sure.
what you just did, it probably the one of the most powerful interviews that I've done thus far. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And what else do you have anything to cap this off with that you feel like you haven't said yet?
I mean, man, never judge a book by its cover, man. I'm gonna have to say the oldest saying, man. You know what I'm saying? When I first seen the movie, I was just in the cell just watching it.
Right,
And then as I start to pay attention, I'm like, what the hell? So I had to rewatch it again and really understand what's going on.
right, right. Yeah, all
So
right,
that's why I was, because a lot of us will look at that movie and be like, man, what the, I ain't, skip right past it. You know what I'm
right,
saying? Won't even give it no shot.
right. Yeah, and
Yeah,
what you just said, never judge a book by its cover like you did with the movie. I hope the world do that with this channel and with this interview in
yeah.
particular. You know,
Yes, sir, man.
so if y'all like this, push the like button, subscribe. I will,
Right.
yeah, subscribe. I'm gonna tag Jabari's
Yeah,
information at the bottom, and
yeah.
that's him.